feeling beautiful out here in these streets, man. But we got a special guest in the building.
No doubt.
Legendary MC. I've known about this brother since I was in high school, man. You know what I'm saying? Take cues from the lyrical prowess of the West Coast. You know what I mean? One of the pioneers of lyrical genius in the West Coast, in my opinion. You know, as a New York boy. But, you know, let's welcome the brother Ras Kass. You know what I mean? What's good with you, bro?
Yo, peace. What's going on?
Chilling. Good to have you here.
Happy to be
out here in the town.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I'm no stranger to town, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So, you know, it's good. But how you feeling? You got a show tonight out here in Berkeley?
Yeah. We got a show at the 5 and Dime Music Hall.
Yes. This is a new venue. I used to be the Shattuck Down Low back in the day. Yep. But now, you know, they rebranding. Everybody going through a rebrand nowadays. So, you know.
Rebranding. So it should be a good time, man. We're celebrating Soul on Ice 2.
The highly anticipated Soul on Ice 2.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm very excited. You know, so it's a bit of a show / listening party.
Okay.
So actually, my man Indigenous is here holding me down on the ones and twos, and my homeboy Forax from the Mechanics is here.
Hey.
And they're actually people that are on the album. So
dope.
Forax is actually on a hook on a Pete Rock record. So I put Pete Rock with the town with LA.
Ooh.
So that's like we put some crazy combos together.
I love it.
And then Digi cut on, what record you cut on? Oh yeah, he cut on the next single, this record called Shark Week.
Dope.
So, yeah.
No, so. Excited to hear all of it. So for those who are uninitiated into the Ras Kass world, just put them on, man. Like just talk about real briefly, like, you know what I'm saying, how you got on with what they need to know.
I'm gonna try to make it as simple as possible, and there's no hate on this.
Yeah.
Through the process of respecting the peers before me, I helped plant the seed that would motivate your Kendrick Lamars, your Eminems, your Royce the 5'9s, anything West Coast lyrical, especially. I definitely have a lot to do with that, and I'm not like a 90-year-old nigga, but you know what I'm saying. I just barred up on these niggas when niggas was afraid to bar up.
When it was about lyrics, you're one of the first artists, in my opinion, being from New York, that I recognize as on some West Coast. That was a lyricist. That yes, was kicking bars. It was more about bars and less about melody or cadence, which is what most West Coast rap has been driven into. You know what I'm saying? Where it was just like, we gonna kick some shit. I'm gonna talk to you about, you know what I'm saying, like doing knowledge and all types of content, you know what I'm saying. So like I remember that just being like, you know, a 90s East Coast golden era cat, you know what I'm saying. Like you started with the Soul on Ice record, that was major, you know what I'm saying, and it was at that era. Everybody talking about the Illuminati now, but like it was groundbreaking back in the days, like, you know what I'm saying, before the YouTube videos and the conspiracy theory videos. You had you was backbound major label putting it on and letting people know, and you know what I'm saying, like had me in my high school years reading books and what's on the dollar bill and all the, you know what I'm saying, all this shit, like you know. But then but moving forward, then you became one of these icons of lyricism, you know what I'm saying, and like there was talks about you working with Killer Priest and Cannabis on the Four Horsemen shit, and like that shit was crazy, and you know, and then just on some major label as well as independent, you've been able to maintain your longevity and just kind of speak about that, like your trials and your errors and your ups and downs with labels and the whole bit.
I mean, you know, it's fairly well documented. I was signed to Priority Records, which we had a lot of the independent Bay artists coming out to Priority. We had No Limit, we had Duck Down, we had Snoop Dogg, we had a squad. Ice Cube, we had a crazy squad. We had Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So
Priority Records had Jay-Z. First album, Reasonable Doubt. That was on Priority Records. Yeah, I remember that. You know what I'm saying?
I was signed to Priority. I put out 2 albums. There's a clause in the contract that says if you feel like the label is unable and or unwilling to promote you, they have breached the contract. So I shot for it. I was like, you are either unable or unwilling, and we went to war, and that was a long ass war. And I can only say I'm still alive, man. It's a lot of this shit I don't watch to kill niggas mentally, emotionally, physically.
For sure.
Niggas maim themselves, maim other people over this music shit, like losing themselves. So I'm glad to make it through the other side. I'm still here to get my equity. So like I said, no disrespect to Nas, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, whoever the fuck you think is nice. I'm just as nice or nicer. And that's no disrespect. I didn't come here to be in second place. I'll burn any nigga down.
Exactly. But I think, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's cliche to say every rapper need to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's important. But when you have the resume to back it up.
Oh, yeah. I think bar for bar, I don't give a fuck about it. Every other niggas have way more money, more. Like, I always tell niggas, like, you know, everybody else gets the whole fucking Nike system and builds a Jordan, nigga. I've been building fucking Jordans out of dead cows,
out the garage,
and a pair of scissors, nigga. I've been building Jordans like they may be Ras moccasins, but them motherfuckers still. I'm still tracking, bro. So it's just about, you know, for the bars, and you know, I am blessed to still be alive, to enjoy what I do, and still be hungry, and so it came full circle. And I wanted to really do an analyzation of what my journey's been, whether it was the ups and downs.
For sure.
Whether that was personal or socially being constructive criticisms.
Right.
So that's what Solo Nights 2 is me taking some inventory about how much have I changed, what did I do wrong, what did I do right, how much did society change. Honestly, the fucked up part is that I've done an inventory and realized that the world got stupider and it got worse.
For sure.
I mean, look at the asshole we got, you know, for a president, and the fact that motherfuckers don't want to read, listen to the condition of music where we let motherfuckers tell us that that whack is good.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's
like that's just crazy.
It's what they call it, Bizarro Land.
Yeah, upside down. Yeah, the upside down. Stranger Things.
So is that what made you think like to say the time is right for a Solo Nights 2? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you've had over like 12 albums, right? Yeah. So like what made you decide now Solo Nights 2 is what needs to come out now?
It just felt like that's what I was writing. Right. Like, you know, I literally served no rhyme before it's time. I try to just let it all come innately and naturally. I wish I had the big hoopla on the machine of so and so and so and so.
Oh, cool.
I have yet to have that. But when it, you know, when I try to say shit that when I say it, it'll stand the test of time 9 times out of 10. And that's the one thing about my records, from Solo Nights to fucking Rat Assassination to Blasphemy to Solo Nights 2. I talk about real shit, and half these niggas talk about nonsense,
right?
Fairy tales and weirdo and funny bunny. So, you know, I mean, of course, this is a sport, and there's braggadocio, so we all talk our shit. There's nothing wrong with talking that shit,
right?
Being fly and having a good time with it. But you know, when it's time to talk about what, you know, what stands up is the human journey and talking about some honest shit, and I try to do that.
Right, and then providing it's content. It's just providing like some level of like
social commentary, man.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Now, I had one question for you. You know, it seems like you're pretty well read. Solo Nights is based on the book.
Yeah, from a book.
So, what are your favorite books?
Nowadays, I'm trying to think of something that I'll really go back and read again. I keep trying to read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I'm not getting something out of it. So, because I'm not a rich dad yet. So maybe I'm just reading the poor part. So I'm fucking something up.
Yeah. For real.
Just keeping it 100.
I can't relate. I can't relate to the half. I read it halfway because I can't relate to the other half.
Right. I read like the lower half of the book. Like,
give me 5 years. Let me make some plays and put some things together, and then I could be able to more come from an informed position. You know what I mean?
Right. So you know, honestly, I go back and I still read Solo Nights. There's a few other books that there was something that I really liked. I think it was what is it called? The Prophet or something.
Khalil Gibran?
The Prophet? I think I know what you're talking about.
It's a small book.
Yeah,
right?
very small book.
Khalil Gibran.
Yeah. I thought that was a dope book. It's inspirational. But really, I get more of I just like really random bits of information about anything. So I get off on tangents just reading an article or whatever. So it's nothing specifically. I'll just learn about, if it seems interesting at the time, I'll learn about, a city. Just like, oh shit, the history of the city, because I'm there, and I'm like, oh, that shit's crazy. Or this is why, that shit that you win Jeopardy with. That type of shit. I'm like that guy. But on some hip hop and some hood shit, I'd be like, the homie used to sell crack right over there in 1997.
Know a little bit about everything.
Right. Yeah. He sold Bobby Brown his first key.
For sure. But let's get into some music real quick. On the other side of that, we're gonna come into some things. You got anything loaded, or let's get into some classic Ras Kass shit. My favorite album from you is Blasphemy.
Good looking.
You know what I'm saying? We was just talking about that. It's shout out to Apollo Brown, who's by far my favorite producer right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's like this generation's answer or response to like the Primos, you know what I'm saying? The Pete Rocks of the era, just that classic boom bap feel.
He's a big Muggs fan.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So so is there any particular record on Blasphemy you want to play? I got some loaded. I got some of my favorites, but
4 racks. You can come up with one. I don't know.
Good Lord, are you serious? Play
Yeah, I got the Please Don't Let Me joint. Let's do that. I want to do this.
You want to do this?
Yeah, let's Please Don't Let Me do this. All right, we loaded.
It's so many.
I was trying to think of something that I don't normally play.
See, the thing is with that is like you can't pick one to play because you want to play another one after you play that one.
And it's different feels on it.
Yeah, it is.
I like Too Much of a Good Thing. I like what you call them? What's the one?
Ras Kass, Mike T, T-Cat, Aaliyah Sharif, True Justice, who out here, I don't know, anyway, you know what I mean? Be a boy. I'm paranoid.
Do y'all mind if I fix that camera over there? Just so I got
Don't let me fail. Please don't let me fuck mine off. We in a recession, I need help, bitch. I need help, bitch. Come on. Half the shit I hear in your songs is shit I've heard you say. It's literally, that's where the rap comes from. It's me bitches. That's what we talking about. We'll be in Denny's at 4 in the morning drunk. And he'll be talking about A, B, C, and D, and that shit will go to the rap. Yeah. That's the way it goes. That is the truth.
I forgot saying that, but that's just true as fuck.
There you go. That's Please Don't Let Me. off the Blasphemy album, Apollo Brown, Ras Kass. We got Ras Kass in the building doing a show tonight.
Yes, sir.
At the 5 and Dime Music Hall in Berkeley, along with Mike T, T Cash, Aaliyah Sharif, DJ True Justice. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be a good time.
And some special invited guests. So the Mechanics.
Yes.
Nummy Numb from the Loonies. And hopefully some of my high roll homies pop up on me too, man. You know, it's just a celebration. We're gonna definitely rap and tap, and then I want to unveil some of these new records off the album.
That's what's up. Now that's a good segue into speak about the unity of West Coast hip hop, from your experience, in the '90s all the way up into present day. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I think has always been a source of the West Coast rap's longevity, the ability to this intergenerational communication into you know what I'm saying, the Bay fucks with some dudes in LA and vice versa, and the whole speak to that your experience of it.
I would say, and this is gonna sound fucked up, but I'm gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. I was just thinking about that earlier. They do West Coast hip hop shows and never invite me, so I've never felt that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just keep it 100. I'm not gonna sit here and play no political shit. If you didn't have a Jerry Curl from LA, and because I didn't sell 1 million records, I feel like niggas swept me under the rug.
Okay.
So I feel some type of way about it, to be perfectly honest.
Right.
I would say the Bay kept it more 100 with me than LA did.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck. I tell the truth, shame the devil. I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not on the whole shit. I'm on some real grown ass man shit.
Right.
It hurt my heart.
But do you think that's because of your content? Do you think that's because
I think rap niggas are scared to death, and if you put me and them next to each other with the same opportunities, I'll smoke their ass. And niggas didn't like it. Niggas was rap niggas do that anyway. Rap niggas, first of all, rappers are very insecure. Rappers are insecure. That's why they talk so much. Pay attention to me. Look at me. Look at me. And if you listen to most rappers, half their narrative is, I was a bum ass nigga. You didn't like me. Now you like me now. So half these niggas is winning.
The predominant narrative.
No, for real. So rap niggas is sensitive thugs. In general, I'm not a rap nigga. I'm a nigga that happen to rap.
Right.
I'm thankful for the ability, but most of these niggas just made up constructs. And so for me, the Bay, really, Mike Nardone, producers showed me love. West Coast producers, Battle Cat, Wino, all my homies. Rap niggas didn't show me a lot of love, and I'm gonna keep it 100. Bay niggas, Bay rap, Bay MC showed me love.
Okay.
San Diego niggas showed me love. A lot of West LA rap niggas did not.
Well, is
New York niggas showed me love.
Yeah, you know what? And that's a sidebar because my Ras Kass story to you is I did a show. I did the Lyricist Lounge Club Series tour, right?
Yes, sir.
And I opened up for Boot Camp Click. And you was in the audience, and I tried not to fan out. I literally got turned around and I think you blew weed in my face, just not disrespectfully, it just by by happenstance. And Keith Murray was drunk as fuck and jumped into the crowd that night. He was on whatever he was
that
on.
Makes sense.
And you know what I'm saying? It was just but it was the first. I was yo, that's fucking Ras Kass. And I was telling my friend it's fucking Ras Kass behind me, bro. What the because it was you, Keith Murray, pretty much every MC I grew up off of in the same room at the same time. I was bugging the fuck out. You know what I mean? I just couldn't believe it. So it's just but it's interesting to hear that. You know what I'm saying? That you fuck with the people who gave you love with the lyricists and the ones that showed you love back, whether it was West Coast, East Coast, whatever the case was, especially in the midst of the whole West Coast, East Coast rivalry, whatever the case is, there was always that link between just lyricists, just fucking with each other.
Lyricists always supported each other. I just think there was a narrative that got created by executives, and inferior rappers ran with it because it was to their advantage.
Sure.
So it was Jerry Curl rap, and that was the only thing that was viable from so-called LA.
Right.
Whereas they totally tried to kind of ignore the fact that Far Side had already came out. Blah 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 came out.
The Licks?
Freestyle Fellowship, the Licks. So it honestly, once pop really pop. And then you got Snoop and all, and it became gangster rap and y'all them other niggas.
Yeah.
And LA really ran with that narrative.
Yep.
And now the young niggas doing it to them niggas like, oh, we this and y'all that other shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Were you ever signed aloud? You wasn't signed aloud.
No, I was.
It was the Licks, priority. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, you was priority the whole time.
Yeah, I've always been priority.
Yeah.
Exhibit, and the Licks were loud.
Yeah.
But Bigger B had the only venue. There was Bigger B work. Bigger B is what was Bigger B's real name? Bill. Anyway, Bigger B and Orlando had a club called Unity, and it was the only outlet for really decent sized shows in LA.
Right.
And he worked it loud, so that's where no matter who you were, we would get all the Mob Deep, all
for sure.
Those shows were going through Unity, and then he was giving that venue to me and Exhibit in the List.
Yeah, so like speak about that come up, like as an independent artist or just as an artist on the come up in the 90s, right? Like you had the record labels in LA because LA's a humongous media market, right? You know what I'm saying? But your content kind of keeps you out that framework of the Snoops and the whatever, the one selling 5 million records and doing the, you know what I mean? So like what were the outlets for you on the come up before the priority deal? Like where were you going to get heard and all that shit?
There was a show on the Beat, which was our I think it was 92.3 still. There was a Friday night show. A brother named Mike Nardone, and he gave all of us like. Prior to that, there's the whole generation before that, K-Day.
Okay.
The wake up show as well.
What? So you jump? You jump. I got you.
Right.
So Mike Nardone was on the Beat first.
Okay.
A year before, and then that's when Sway and Tech got brought in from here about a year later. But Mike Nardone was the first person to support a hip hop.
And he was just letting like MC just come up and rock, or like what was
he would break a record, and if he broke, like if he liked that record, and especially he looked for local acts, and he would support it and bring you in for a short little interview. It wasn't as MC spitting driven on the show. He wanted to introduce people to the music and give the artist a chance to just talk and be heard. And then Sway and him came in and just smashed out with the Wake Up Show, because it was like, that was like barbarian land of like, you better spit, or you are never gonna come up here again. You got like one. The whole Eminem 8 Mile, like you got one chance.
Yeah.
So and those were really the original outlets. So as far as radio, it became the Wake Up Show after Mike Nardone. And as far as getting a venue, it was gonna be Unity, and that was it. And that goes for Jay-Z, Biggie, because nobody was coming out selling 1 million records before your album dropped. You had to come out and do your press run, and the only show you was gonna get was gonna be Unity. Right. And you wasn't doing no morning radio shows because you was a stupid rapper.
Right.
Everybody was still doing midnight. You was doing a midnight show Friday. That was gonna be the Wake Up Show.
Yeah, there you go.
And then you had to rhyme for real.
Yeah. So then how did the situation with priority come about? Like, talk about like, was there any artist development? Because that's the one thing I hear about, like when we talk about the music industry, they say, oh, there's no artist development anymore. Like rap labels are just looking at algorithms, they looking at dudes going viral, they signing these clowns, and that's pretty much the extent of, you know what I mean?
I was helped on multiple sides, because I can almost credit Sway and Tech with getting me my situation, but in the same sense, I could think it's like 30% of each. Without Casualty and Tim Reed, who worked at what do they work at? Hollywood Basics, who that's Money B stunt double, Casualty. So my big homies from LA, the people that believed in me, introduced me to Mun and them, which became a family. Sway and them it's all connected. My homie Wino that produced for Coolio, Battle Cat, who would go on to become Battle Cat, that gave Bird, my producer, his first SP, and produced my first demo when I was 14, and we used to get dropped off in Rolling 60 Hood. Mm-hmm. And I'd have to catch a bus back, me and the homie, to Carson. Like, it's all those people that were older than me. Like, I always say, like, I had a lot of older homies that believed in me. And like, I remember when Cash T and them took me to Hollywood Basics, and I was like 15 on my first demo, And I was like, you know the shit I say, bro. Like, they're never gonna sign this.
Yeah.
Nigga, the first nigga that ever tried to sign me was Prince. Prince tried to sign me.
Speak on that.
I did the Cream video. I'm in the extended long form, and I spoke. And the nigga was like, he gave me a speaking role because he was fucking with me. And it was really like TV. When the manager comes up, like, hey kid, what else you got? You're pretty cool. Yeah. And then, like, his manager walked up,
put you in the talking pictures, kid.
Yeah.
I like your jib.
They extended my role, gave me a speaking part. Prince came up like, yo, that's some good shit. And I just remember like, oh shit, this is crazy. You know,
that's Prince's voice though.
No, he had a little deep voice. No, he did. He said. Man, that's some good shit. And I was like, oh shit, thanks, bro. And then I was like, and I used to walk with a camcorder, and I remember he came up to me and he had on heels and he was shorter than me, and I just remember because men size men up, and I was like, I would fuck this little nigga up. And I remember thinking my girlfriend at the time, who would become my baby mama, I remember, you know, because every girl liked Prince. I was like, this little ass nigga, this who she like? And I remember thinking that. I really honestly remember thinking like, little ass nigga, man. And all the bitches, like all of them were on him. Yeah. And I was like, and then I looked, I was like, that nigga is old pretty ass nigga. I couldn't even hate on him.
You gotta be a certain type of nigga to be able to pull off heels.
Right, exactly.
Fuck with you.
And I remember thinking every single chick there was, he had Kim Basinger. He was popping. Yeah. He's Prince. But I just remember thinking like, little ass nigga, bro, if he could do it, I could do it. You know, whatever. But and then he asked, they hit me up. This is before pre-internet, so I had to get my demo, which I was working with the boys down my heart, because we all from the same city. Like Ray J, all of us. We all from C. Arson. But long story short, I had to get my demo, and they would call me every day like, yo kid, send the demo after I had shot the video. It was like a 2-day video shoot. And his manager kept hitting me up, and I finally got the demo and I mailed it in because I was a kid. And I had told them, I was like, oh, that's ironic, because actually on my new demo I used Prince on it from Graffiti Bridge. I used Joy and Repetition. I used these 2 words, that part where he sings Joy and Repetition. It's one of my favorite songs. And then, but my 2 words was Ice Cube, fuck you. You don't like how I'm living? Well, fuck you. So I sent them that demo, and then I never heard back from Prince. And that was that. Yeah. That was the first niggas, but like for 2 weeks they was on me. I'm like, damn, man. Like, I'm like,
that's that thing, man. Like that's you know, like that's the story. Like, and but as a kid, did that like fuck with you? Like, did you like?
Nah. Honestly, I knew that was a stretch, man. I was like, his style and my style. He already had Tevin Campbell. I'm like, he ain't touching my butt. The niggas is kind of, you know, a little softer. Yeah. Just softer, man. I was like, I already understood I was a hard sell. My appeal is once again, I told, you know, same thing I told Ice, man. My sell is to real niggas. I'm not to like fantasy and funny shit and women that want to hear little magical stories about how much I love them and I'm a bomb against everything. Right. Unfortunately, that fairy tale shit works for bitch niggas and bitch ass bitches. And that's who's buying it. I mean, honestly, and actually, let me not even say it that negative way. Little girls. That's who we're making music for. This music is designed for 13-year-old white girls. Mm-hmm. And I'm not 13 years old, neither am I a girl or am I white. So that's a non-starter for me, socially, emotionally, physically, to make music to gyrate like a 13-year-old little white girl. Yeah. I'm not with it. And so, am I wrong for being true to myself? No. Right. And why are we designing? That's kind of pedophilia. Yeah. To be making little fucking 13-year-old jingle girl. Yeah, that's the R. Kelly shit. Piper shit.
It speaks to the sickness of the music industry, the entertainment industry at large. So who were some of your icons when you was coming up?
Oh, that's too many to name. I wouldn't even do that to you. No, come on, man. Everybody before us, man. There's so many amazing MCs. Amazing songs, different styles. You know, Biz Markie didn't sound like Rakim, who didn't sound like Curtis Blow, who didn't sound like Ice Cube, who didn't sound like, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Variety is the spice of life.
it was so
many people
diverse.
are my favorites.
It was the diversity of like that golden era period, or even
I remember MC Shadi, like being a kid. I remember that. You remember Action? It's just there was a time when I remember the crew, like that was signed to Def Jam. Niggas said. Like Slick Rick. It's just a lot of dope niggas, bro.
Right.
I remember a nigga named Deadly Threat, who he ain't dead, but he just never really even got the chance to be. He was like, there was a time in LA when it was him or Ice Cube as like the dopest niggas on the way.
Right.
And he was Pooh's nigga, and he had one album, and he's on Ice Cube's album. He on a song called Colorblind. Killer Cali, the state where they kill over colors, cause brothers don't know the deal and they'll jack you. Not if they have to, not if they want to, but if they have to first they might. But anyway, I took his hook for Soul on Ice, but every nigga on my block can't stop, and he don't stop, and he won't stop. Not to the bang bang boogie. But like, so I was Deadly Threat, yeah. Deadly Threat.
I never knew him as Deadly
Threat. Yeah, no, his original name was Deadly Threat. So as a fan, yeah, so Deadly Threat. So it's just so many ill niggas that I've come across in the journey. Some niggas that's locally that just might, you know, some niggas pass away, some niggas went to the pen, you know. Actually, shouts out to X-Rated too, now that we're speaking about the pen. You know, it's just blessings to have brothers out on the other side and be able to speak from that experience, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's just way too many dope people that have influenced me, and then honestly whack niggas teach me about what not to do. Yeah.
So yeah, for sure, we're gonna get into some more music. I got this joint loaded up. You was on a record with my man Joel Ortiz, Cameron.
Yeah.
Fred the Godson. Oh no, I'm bugging. I'm reading the wrong thing. But no, Joel Ortiz. It was 125 Part 3 on the Brick album.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
That was my shit. That was my shit.
Joel's
shit right now.
Family.
TrueSchoolTV.com, man. Check us out, man. We on the live stream. You can check out the multiple camera angles. Shout out to everybody tuning in on Facebook and Instagram and all that shit. But make sure you go to TrueSchoolTV.com. It's a freaking palace of everything hip-hop related, all video content. You want to check out the newest blog, the newest music video, all of that shit. TrueSchoolTV.com. Also check out TrueSchool.com if you want to check out all the local events that are popping, just like the show in Berkeley tonight, Soul on Ice, Ras Kass, 5 and Dime Music Hall. Tell your friends to bring a friend. It's gonna go down crazy. This is 125 Part 3, Joel Ortiz featuring them homie Ras Kass and a whole bunch of dope ass MCs. Let's get it.
That's
why I wanted to talk about the European touring. Off top.
for me, I'm hot. And by now I could have sold some meals and showed y'all I was so for real. While your roster fucked around like Lauryn Hill. Let me stop, I ain't hating on nobody. It's like the whole world is waiting on somebody. They say that I'm the obvious replacement. I just say this shit's a hobby. A lot of new rappers waiting in the lobbies. When I'm coming up, me and Joe well, do it so well. Niggas either wanna throw shells or ride on our coattails. Oh well, don't tell someone I'm coming. I'm shunning niggas without touching their mother. There's no one above me. I told y'all that I was a problem. Rappers started studying me like they could solve it. Listen close, I got a 9 times 5. I'm hot 3 times 2. Act drama, take away your respect and divide you in half. For your math, I do this till I'm through. Living life, breathing rap, I bring death to your whole crew. I don't know if there's a better MC. Some people get better with time. I say the times get better with me. I got my rhymes tight. Streets get shot like now you see me holding C. No straight shot like suppressing shit. Fuck shit. Black hand.
Remember, we are the gang.
Happy soldiers, FC, they got me ghost. On your brains and the nasty tapioca. Ew. Then I hop back on over the drop for the graph. I'm more the graph for the poster. I'm in the cut like jeans stashed in the sofa. I'm the Hennessy Street, using pretty ass glass of mimosa. You a bum, who try to go half on soda. You make a change and you can stash in my loafer. So it don't matter what I'm packing the holster, cause I slash you till I scratch the black off the back of your molar. It'll cut through the back of a boulder. Ow. Got a pack full of sodas with a bag of explosives, and they clapping them toasters as you tap your back from your shoulders after I throw your little daughter out the back of the stroller. And ricochet over the back of the stroller. Cause that yak caliber has the motor out the back of a roaster. You drunk and try to spaz, you joker. And I punch you in your face and move your back tooth over. I knock them down your throat. You gag, you choke up, and I bet by the time your lungs collapse, you sober. Breathe easy. Back don't jump. I'm a crack donor. So my text right over the crack smoke. Like, hey, I ain't bad on the numbers. And don't bring a challenger over. If I wanted a challenge, I've got on my poster. Yes, sir. Shit. Black man, black boy. I never met a jug that my slugs ain't like. I never met one who lived to walk straight when they war hit right. Head of the back, your parents attending the mass. Centered around that box, word lacquered as black as you. Laying stiff in the cushion while I'm pushing a lack. Past the church while your family's looking over your face. Me driving over the bridge with coke in the space. Still vibe, placing the switch. If life's a bitch, she fuck me nice. Box up the 7 joints, now she pregnant about to birth me. Yes, my first one at least BS1. My seed cultivating that love grown out of weed and concealed gun. Triple beam lust. Think of fucking them grams of make twins out of one in my hand. I connect the way, set me apart. The potential is flooded like Renault. Finished building the ark. Columbia, moving hope is an art. If Michelangelo was Pablo, yeah, I've got you, gotta be Picasso. I rock blows and crush rocks for your nostrils. Clutch blocks that pop when that blow make you hostile. I said, or I don't swat it, or I unload a clip inside me, twin your head in the lobby. Some of the tips make that sizzle. Implants in your chest like fake tits. So the size of your nipples, nigga. Yeah, I got you. Crown City, nigga. What it is.
There you have it, folks. 125 Part 3, a.k.a. Connections. Legendary Ras Kass, Joel Ortiz,
Yes, sir.
Graph, Stimuli, Gab Gotcha. With the exception of Gab Gotcha, and that's no disrespect to him. Like, y'all are some of my, like, favorite dudes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know Joel. I know Stim.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's funny because we're talking about, like, being underrated in certain respects. We're talking about like the industry not fucking with you either because of your content or because bar for bar you like a threat to the mainstream MCs, and like literally every single MC on that is I feel some of the most underrated. Graph, I don't even know, like, you know what I mean? Like it's insane. Like Graph, Stimuli, all of y'all.
We all got our I feel like we all got our own individual struggles and stories.
Yeah,
that's every human, man.
For sure.
People that got it way worse than us down the street. So my life ain't that bad. But it's always it's from the eye of the beholder. Perception is reality. So I think everybody deserves to get their crown. You got to go fight for it though. Ain't nobody gonna give it to you.
Right, but you know what I hear, because I haven't gone there myself. I hear, like, you know what I'm saying, like that kind of shit only happens out here. Like that kind of underrated, because if you go outside the United States, say Canada, say Europe, Africa, certain other parts, like they love that raw shit, and that's where a lot of MCs who we may not see on the front stage out here and in mainstream, that's where a lot of MCs is getting their bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? For example, like Beatnuts is still touring in Europe. You know what I'm saying? You touring, and I seen some Instagram shit. You put all types of money, all types of dirhams and there was all types of shit on your fucking Instagram. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, so for the up and coming artists, for just in general, just to chop it up, like speak to the love you get overseas and your touring opportunities and how you're able to, like, you know, still make a living off of this shit by going elsewhere.
Well, I wanted to add something to that.
Sure.
And you know, I hate to be negative Nancy, but I call myself the elephant caller.
Okay.
You know, for real, like, cause niggas don't speak about elephants in the room, and I'm the one that likes to, like, I like to do that shit since I was a kid. I'm the one, like, we'll all be thinking something. I'm like, my nigga, why don't we just say it and get it the fuck out the way? If I gotta fight with this nigga, whatever, bro, I just rather say it because we all thinking it and ain't nobody gonna say it. So let's just say it. So let's call the elephant in the room. Ever since every form of music, American music was made by niggas, bro, by people of color.
Exactly.
And we make it, and then it becomes popular, which means white people like it. I'm not trying to make this racial, man, but some things at the core of it, it becomes this disenfranchised story.
For real.
But this is the fucked up twist. Here's the rub. So we make it, it gets popular, it gets watered down, and then we let the same niggas that told us it was a fad and didn't fuck with it and called it nigger music, we let them dictate the terms of it. And so we lost rock and roll, we lost jazz, we lost country western. We made it all, bro.
Right.
Now we lost rap because niggas running around talking about this the only form of anything that if you're too good at it, you can't sell it. Swimming, the fastest swimmer wins. Football, the nigga who catches the most is the best.
Right.
This shit called rap, and the nigga be like, oh, I don't fuck with that lyrical shit. The fuck does that mean? So we got the dumbest niggas ever because we let somebody else dictate our terms. Americans, American blacks created, then they turned their back, and that's why the jazz artists left, and they went to fucking Europe, and they went to Japan. You go somewhere, go to an island.
Some white women too, but
hey, look, I'm gonna get the white women no matter what. I'm getting the white women in LA, nigga. I don't give a fuck. We got many of Becky.
Oh shit. Nah, but I see what you're saying.
But you know, some real shit. But with that being said, I just had to call that elephant out because we have a responsibility to our craft and to the shit we say we love, to stop turning our back on it. And so it doesn't hurt me because there's a planet full of people that support hip hop.
Right.
But we made this shit. We made a lot of people a lot of money, including many of us. This is what we do for a living. This is my job, man. I don't have another job. So I'm very grateful. But in the same sense, it's like the fact that I'm striving to be really good at what I do, and same things with the people you mentioned, like Stimuli and, you know what I'm saying, whoever, Deadly Threat. When motherfuckers ain't getting they love and they respect and they support, and y'all supporting these whack ass niggas, that shit whack.
Right.
It's just whack.
That's what people.
And it's not me being a hater. It's just saying, like, if a nigga can, like, if you can't, I always use this same example. If fucking LeBron, where are we at right now? So I'm sorry, I'm not
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry. if Curry could not dribble, if they got him out, he comes out, and a little nigga named Pedro jumped out his shoe and started doing all the dunks and hitting the threes and doing all the layups, then I don't want Curry, I want little Pedro.
Right.
This is some ghostwriter fake shit, and people support the nigga that don't do nothing.
Right.
I don't get that.
I don't understand. Where do you think that comes from? Do you think that comes from us? Do you think that comes from the labels trickling down? Like,
of course, shit runs downhill. Right. But niggas parrot what they master told them. I'm hot. Don't tell me if it don't matter if I write rhymes or write checks. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing, bro. You don't write no raps. You shouldn't really be doing this part. For sure. You should be the manager.
Right.
You should be the hype man. You should be the dancer. Get out the way, man. You sucking up oxygen that other motherfuckers could use.
Right.
And then how much is enough for you to shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of here and let some niggas with some talent in?
Right. And that's part of the issue is that the saturation of it is everybody thinks they can do
half of these niggas is Ronald McDonald. They not writing shit.
Right.
They're just actors.
They're actors.
Yeah.
So if auto-tune, if you ain't singing, you ain't writing, how you an artist when you ain't got no art? You're nothing. We could get another plastic surgery, get another chick, give her some titties, give her an ass, auto-tune her, give her a weave, give her some contacts, make her do duck lips. Same thing with these weird ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Give him a whole bunch of tattoos on his face. Tell him to claim some neighborhood that some niggas gonna extort him from. Because his cousin from there or his homie from over there, and they gonna like him until he can't pay. Then they gonna tear his ass up out the frame. So that shit is weak, my nigga. And then you ain't even leading people towards nothing positive. You leading people towards some punk shit. How to be broke, how to throw money in a strip club, my nigga. How to be on drugs all day. That shit gay as fuck, my nigga. No disrespect to homosexual niggas. I'm not with that. But when I say it's gay, it's on some street shit. Like that shit weak. Right. As y'all would say, that shit hella weak.
Exactly. So, in your opinion, how do we switch that? How do we try to change that side, especially in the independent climate, right? As independent artists, we have some level of leverage against the $1 billion machine that is the mainstream industry because we're dictating content, we're dictating the narratives, and all of that. People are able to now more so than at any other point, in my opinion, are able to obtain some level of mass following.
I think
without the major label machine.
I think people still, honestly, I still feel like. Underground gets really cliquey, and it picks this couple of people it wants to fucking support, and we're gonna have to solve it some other way because there's what we don't have is a union. We have no way to be unified to where it works in everybody's interest for sticking it out to have some integrity. So you just got a whole bunch of renegade hoes out here.
For sure.
Rap niggas, renegade hoes, they doing whatever. I said renegades on some pimping. These niggas is hoes. These niggas out here giving hand jobs for 3 spins.
Yeah. For real.
So, we just need some kind of a little more unification. And my whole thing is I don't have an expectation and never really wanted to be like the most popular guy on the radio. That was never my issue. I would rather be the dude next to the man next to the man than the main man because he's the target anyway. So I've never really had that issue, but it would be nice to be able to make a consistent living on hip hop in America. I feel like I'm born and raised here, and this is where I gave my gift to. I try to give my gift to my people, specifically LA, California. So to have them turn their back on me, I've always felt some type of way about it, and I'm not gonna fucking hold my tongue. I put it on my album, and I'm gonna live my life. Right. You can't gonna chase me out of my home, but I'm gonna tell niggas you want some whack shit for supporting this whack ass nigga, and then I'm a nigga that I done did my time in the pen. Every street part, my homework complete, my nigga. I kept mine 100. And I'm not out here pushing a negative agenda. I'm here on some positive shit. And just because I don't want to make you dumbass niggas dance every fucking song, then I'm the weirdo. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Right.
I'm offended. So back on the positive side, get out of America. That's that you want the answer. Leave, because these niggas is dumb. Yeah. Go to. They love hip hop. Hip hop is a lot. There's little pockets in Oakland, little pockets in LA, but. And service them, support the people that support you. But unfortunately, there's bigger parts of, literally, bro, you can go to Canada, you can go to fucking Poland. Hip hop is alive and well, and I'm not talking about a whole bunch of 50-something-year-old people. I'm talking about 16-year-old dude that's like, I fuck with this. I want to hear these bars. I want to, think about it when you go to whoever it is, like a dope rock group. Concerts, it's older people, younger people that grow up loving the music. It ain't no age. We let them do that to us. Right. We let the executives put an expiration date, like, that's you guys are that, and that's the way they pimped us out because they divided us, and now we segmented based on an age bracket or this. If you're this age, this is music you gotta like.
Right. And it's not even that. It's what I call like sonic generations, because it's like, all right, you have generations of like old school, new school, whatever the case is. But now the way that media is consumed and music is consumed, the sound changes every 4 years. So the rappers that was hot for 4 years, like 4 years ago, ain't as hot now.
Yeah, but you know what? That's only for the microwave dudes, because I got another philosophy. I say they only pick 2 niggas with bars: Pop, Biggie. Yeah. Jay-Z, Nas, Kendrick, J. Cole.
Word.
2 niggas murked out, 2 niggas back in. 2 niggas murked out, 2 niggas back in. Yeah. Everybody else is peripheral. They ain't got enough space for too many smart niggas.
Right.
They like, fuck that. Keep it down to 2 niggas.
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah,
that's how I perceive it. I feel like they got a quota on bars.
Well, yeah, it's archetypes. Like,
and then the anomaly is gonna be Eminem. He's the white kid that could do it, so you're never gonna stop that guy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He's got his bars, but he's not a nig.
Right.
And then now, if you look, even all the nigs that rap good they're little mixed, half white black kids. They only like dark skinned niggas rapping good. For real.
Yeah,
look at all the dudes. They almost what we would call passant blancs in our as Creoles.
Right.
It ain't full niggas. Like, it's back to light skin game again. Like, don't you remember
the R&B world?
The R&B shit. Yeah, don't you remember?
I'll be sure.
I'll be sure when Christopher Williams got stabbed in the hand. Pretty motherfucker. All the pretty motherfuckers is taking. They the only ones that get down the bars.
Yeah, and you have to have some sort of like ethnic niche, or you got to be like, you know what I'm saying, like females is big right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then within the females, like, you got the light skin one, you got the red bone one, you got the you know, it's like different archetypes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And none of them are just like about substance or whatever the case is. But so Soul on Ice 2 is coming out. When is it? Do you have a release date? Or?
We are dropping, pun included, God bless the dead, but we dropping 9/11.
Okay, there you go. All right, so who's on the album with regard to production, features, all of that? You got some of your folks in the building with you.
I don't want to forget people, but man, it's DJ Green Lantern.
Shout out to Green Lantern.
Diamond D, obviously.
Nice.
Pete Rock, Justice League. More motherfuckers. We got Immortal Tech on the album. Snoop Dogg, 4 Racks from the Mechanics. Styles P. Fame from MOP, CeeLo Green.
God damn! And you releasing this independently?
We went through Mello, so the same as Apollo Brown.
Yeah.
So the Blasphemy.
Yeah.
This would be, you know, in that chain with Mello. I just like I like the owner Mike. He really loves the culture, you know, he obviously supports like dope hip hop. So no, we made a home for Soul on Ice 2 with Mellow Music Group.
And DJ Indigenous. So you do some cuts on the album?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into you for a minute, because you out here, you quiet as kept. Quiet.
He just smokes a lot of pot.
You know what I mean? You know, I see the hat. You know what I mean? So just talk about your experiences as DJ, on the come up and all of that stuff. How you linked with Kaz and.
Well, I met Ras Kass at a show where he happened to be rocking, and he didn't have a DJ at the time, or he was in between DJs. I don't know. But I need a promoter, and the promoter comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, I got this DJ for the show, but I don't really trust him to do to Raz's set. You know, can you come and rock Raz's set?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." So I come and rock Raz's set, and I'm doing drops, and you know, I got everything on point. He turns around and looks, and just kind of like, damn, he's doing a good job.
Right. You setting cues, you got the shit. You know what I mean? Doing the cuts.
It went good. So the show finishes, and I see him outside, and he comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, like, thanks for holding me down," and hands me some money. I'm like, "Man, I appreciate it, thank you." Yeah. So then I see him again at a venue in LA, and he's like, "Yo, what are you doing for like a month and a half?" And I was just like, "Nothing. I don't know.
Work.
I can't tell that in my head." So he was just like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a DJ for a tour or whatever." And at that point, he was working on Blasphemy, and he's just like, "Yo," I gave him my number. He gave me a call, and he was like, "Yo, like, you want to go on tour with me?" And I was like, "Hell yeah."
Yeah.
So did that, and then
I like the cut of your jib, kid. We're gonna put you in the game.
We had mutual friends, the Psycho Realm.
Yes, sir. Salute Psycho Realm.
That's how that's how we linked, was through them. But so before we took off on tour, he started sending me records for the Blasphemy album.
Yeah,
and I did the cuts on the Blasphemy record. So any of the scratches you hear on the Blasphemy, that's me.
That's the oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Credit to Apollo.
No. He did the production. Now Apollo will tell you, like, I cannot DJ.
It's murder, bro. Murder.
Yeah. Dizzy got busy on the cuts.
Yeah, man. So the first record that I actually did was the H2O record.
Yeah, with Pharaoh.
With Pharaoh and Raka.
Nice.
They weren't on it. All it was Raz's verse, and then just open space, and he's like, "Yo, I want this." So I sent him that. I didn't hear the record or even know who was on it until it dropped.
Wow.
And when it dropped, I mean, that was just incredible for me to be on a record with legends.
I know, it's a resume builder, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
he went back to the hood talking about, I'm charging y'all niggas double.
Right.
That was my attitude.
That's the goal.
Price the way up, niggas.
That is the goal.
This is in the mail, niggas.
That's the goal. That is the goal.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
raise the price.
Exactly.
Man, I've been rocking with them, and been doing music with them. And
yeah, man.
It's been cool.
That's what's up. That's up. Now, for you've known Raz for a minute. I'm gonna give you the mic so you can speak to it. You know what I'm saying? You town native and speak to all that.
Oh, for sure. Razzie is the business, man. Razzie Biz, man. That's my good. I'm for Raz, one half of the mechanics, man. You feel me? East Oakland
Mechanics.
Pulling up, man. We had to pull up on my brother, man.
Yeah, man.
This guy's a superhero, man. I just be trying to fly around. Like, there you go. You feel me?
How y'all link up? How did y'all link up at first?
Yeah, I think was it through digital? Might have been through Mun and
it was through Mun. Digital Underground.
Yeah, through Digital Underground. Like that umbrella, the love under that umbrella is so big.
Cletus Mac,
the Loonies.
Yeah,
it goes on and on and on and on. Saphir,
Sonny,
my big brother. The Who Riders.
Yep.
Yeah, the list goes on and on. But that's I don't even remember. That's the beauty of.
I kind of remember me and Blue. Clee always brings it up. Me and Blue.
What us first meeting?
He said Blue was around, and like Blue Da Vinci is my cousin.
Yeah,
from BMF. Okay. So he said Clee I don't know. Clee remembers more than me, and I don't know.
Man. Like 90% of the people I'm around musically right now is like so much like family, for real family, that I don't even remember the moments that we met. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I hear other people talk. 20 years ago we was coming up to cafe and this is where I met him. I don't remember where I met Raz.
I don't even.
It's just one day.
I'm sure I was drunk.
Yeah, we was probably fucked up. But one day I didn't know Raz. The next day, this my nigga.
All right.
That's how it goes.
That part.
That's how it usually goes, man. So we got the album dropping 9/11. We got the show tonight at the 5 and Dime Music Hall in Berkeley, along with T Cash, my man Mike T. Aaliyah Sharif.
Mike T was with me when I wrecked the car too. Hilarious.
I seen Mike T yesterday. He was at my show passing out flyers. I was like, nigga, I'm gonna be there. Why you giving me this shit? Like, I'm gonna.
Oh, speaking on the 110 on this idiot shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be there. So it's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully some special guests pop through and do all the shit. You know what I mean? Real hip hop is in the motherfucking building in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? Ras Kass, we appreciate you for coming through, man.
Thank you, True School.
All this shit. You know, and check out TrueSchool.com so you can get the whole multiple camera angles and all the live cool shit that we do out here. Check out some of your favorite podcasts, music videos, all of that shit in one space. TrueSchoolTV.com. And if you in the Bay Area, you want to get down with the Get Down, know what's popping this weekend. Whether it's Ras Kass show tonight, some shit tomorrow, whatever's going down.
Tomorrow is my little sister got a show. My bad.
Okay.
She's a dope jazz singer. She lives in Berkeley, graduated Berkeley Law, so she's a native, a resident now. Tiffany Austin, so you can always look on the gram.
She is dope.
Oh, thank you.
Jazz singer, right?
Yeah.
That's
my little sister. Yeah.
Yeah. My wife works at UC Berkeley at the law school, so she books her all the time.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's my little sis. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm John Richard Austin IV. That's Tiffany Austin.
There you go.
Nice.
Tiffany Austin.
My wife will be glad to know.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing. So don't support Tiff. I don't know where her show is, but I'll be there.
Tiffany Austin, check that out. Got the smoked out barbecue tomorrow. Also, I'll be performing along with Griselda, Bloms, Gavilan, Reverie, all of that shit. Also Sunday, and then Sunday is Twister, Zion. Who else? Nappy Roots is gonna be in the building. That's at the Oakland Opera House. ROTC on Sundays. Also DJ Kevy Kev and them in San Francisco. Shit is lit out here for the fucking weekend.
The one thing my wife wanted to ask you was, who have you ghostwritten for?
Oh man, I've ghostwritten for. Let's see. An easy one is Coolio. I've helped quite a few MCs. I'm ghostwritten for.
Come on, can you name names or is that you have to?
I ghostwritten for David Banner. I ghostwrote for a gang of niggas.
Okay. Is ghostwriting still a thing? Can't you just say you wrote for is that still a thing? Like it's still. I remember in the '90s you had to be quiet with it. They put you under like NDA.
Right.
You couldn't talk about who you wrote for. Like Mad Skills wrote like hella hits, right? And like you couldn't tell anybody who you wrote for. Now it's like, I wrote for so and so. And
people like having like writing camps in groups where they could still kind of act like they did something.
Yeah. Put a bunch of niggas in the room like y'all write me this shit, and then
and then they just kind of take the bars they want from people.
What about Will Smith? I heard those.
I wish if I wrote for Will Smith, I'd be in a movie at this point, bro. I'd be the bank cash in that chip, like, bro. I need in. Nah, I never wrote for Will Smith. But
my man Sky Zoo wrote for Will Smith. Sky Zoo's.
Shit, good for him. That's a great look, man.
Yeah.
That's a man.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
I'll write for him now.
Exactly. Why not? Why not?
I audition to be his friend. His
money's still green. Fuck it, you know what I mean?
His money's gonna stay green. Yeah, no. I actually wrote an entire record with a gang of people. Snoop. I wrote the entire record, the hook, the verses. Nipsey Hussle's on it. A gang of people. I'm good, especially with the conceptual records. Those are the ones I come in for. But I could write, like Dot knows, like 4 racks. I call him Dot. But we write everything. We write top line. We write pop. So EDM, like we stupid Americans. We've been on this shit, bro. I was on EDM before any American artist rap was doing EDM or Beyonce, all them singers, bro. I was doing EDM with 12 Planet and a whole bunch. Yeah, bro.
Dope.
I've been on EDM.
Dope.
Because I'm always trying to challenge myself, and I was always just genre hopping just for the challenge of the music
and for the check.
Well, you know what? I didn't even really know the checks was gonna be crazy, but my ex chick she's still pretty fucking popular. So I was already on to that music.
Right.
I used to just call it world music from her.
Yeah.
So I just would be like, oh, that world music shit, and it wasn't really even. Dubstep wasn't really even big out here yet. I was just more fucking with the dubstep that they had in like UK. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like a UK chick. But I was on to it. I was already, and it was just different vibes. Like it wasn't so much I'm an asshole, I'm so important. It was everybody was kind of still getting amazed out here, like Electric Daisy Festival, Electric Daisy Carnival, EDC, whatever. So it was just like the scene was just becoming a scene, and then I was watching people just starting to get booked. Like, bro, Red Bull just gave me this tour for fucking 2 months, bro, and they're gonna give me like 10 racks per show. But then we was doing Vegas, and they, the biggest hotels is giving them the venue, and they just and then they would bring me out and throw me like 2-3 racks just to come out and do one song. I was like, oh, this shit is easy. And I honestly, before this shit popped, before anybody, a Kanye, there was only 4 niggas in that life, in them clubs, in that whole world. Will.i.am, Will.i.am, Just Blaze, Lil Jon, Ras Kass. We was the 4 niggas, bro. I remember Will walked up to me. We was in Miami. He was like, "What are you doing here?" And I was with these dudes called Mastercraft, who are big DJ. They're 2 dudes from Canada.
Okay.
He's like, what the fuck? I was like, nigga, I figured it out, nigga. You ain't doing everything. We're like, what are you doing? Because a lot of his production, he was borrowing the EDM, the
It does have
drops.
some boom bap to it.
Of course, it's all hip hop influenced anyway.
It's all That's what I was gonna say. It's all digital music, which is all hip hop influences.
But especially the dubstep shit. The drop is the DJ with the fader.
Yep.
And putting the bass line in it. The build up, the drop. That shit. They were doing dub plates. All that shit was reggae shit and some hip hop. And with the triple, what they call that shit? Not trip hop, but they call it something. The drum and bass.
Yeah.
When they triple in the drum, the break bass.
Yeah,
but those are break beats. They triple in it. Europe got sick of America always getting lazy, and then they started doing creative shit. But then we rebranded it like we made it because once Jay-Z or so and so, it's the funny, stupid American way. Like it's funny, bro. Like
it's hella funny.
We didn't do shit. We just took all the shit that they did. And then Paris Hilton acted like she invented it, and then she pops.
Exactly. Bro. I mean, hip hop is ultimately remix culture, but we got the show tonight.
Yes, sir.
We got all types of shit going on. Weekend there's a Heart and Soul Festival, also Fantastic Negrito and all that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people popping this weekend. So tune in, tap in, TrueSchool.com, TrueSchoolTV.com. Your man Unlearn the World, Ren the Vinyl Archaeologist. Shout out to all of y'all for coming through. DJ Indigenous, Ras Kass, Forax. DJ True Justice out there. I don't know. Whatever
shout out to True
Justice though. But we out of here, man. Hopefully I'll catch y'all out here while we in the streets and see what's good.
And we'll play a new one off the new album.
Yes.
Okay, what we got? Oh, I love it. Fly. Timing is everything, my G. Timing is what separates like regular people from pedophiles. Bar. Real niggas back in style again. How I'm making a lot of noise from a silent pen. Adjusted the rifle scope, had to dial it in and fuck a humble loss. I'd rather have a violent win. Viola Davis on the violin. Who getting away with murder? I guess the owl did. Throw the towel in. They ask me if I'm one of the best. Just think Black Thought on Funk Master Flex. Yes, fuck reminiscing, living in the past shit. Cause not everything gold is classic. All I know is get dough. Battle rap, I'm reaching like a tiptoe. Today's current currency is crypto. Hate to blast ya, but I have to. I suggest you get low. Your life's played out like Sprinkle Bay and I'm fucking for the dick pose. Rocks the coast, Razzie, cardigans and cashmere. Fuck last year, out with the old, in with the new. Fuck what you did is about what it do. FLY, fuck last year. FLY, fuck last year. Out with the old, in with the new. Fuck what you did, it's about what it do. FLY, fuck last year. Life's a bitch, then you die. Time flies. Every year the ball drop in Times Square. Age 12, my balls drop. Adolescent male, ball big like LeVar. Spit like Lamar. Not an Arabic, still trying to get it, inshallah. Get to the bag like airport carousels. Industry dudes saying real rapper never sell. You know that guy, the carrot top.